Brittney
about?
Griner is under fire for extremely aggressive behavior portrayed toward Caitlin Clark, the rookie from last year, the one that has everybody's focus in the WNBA. And this incident has, of course, gone viral online, but also sparked up some other skeletons in Brittney's closet that she probably wants to see.
Brittney Griner, who was imprisoned in Russia, in a man's prison.
Brittney Griner just entered full panic mode after shocking medical details surfaced following her attack on Caitlin Clark. The doctor's revelations have sent shockwaves through the WNBA and beyond. What they discovered changes everything we thought we knew about this controversy. The league is in damage control, Griner remains silent, and now the truth is emerging.
And Caitlin Clark. Now, Brittney Griner literally represents the woke trifecta in sports. She is black, she is gay, and she is a woman. However,
And it's even more shocking than anyone anticipated. What's more disturbing, the medical revelations about Griner or the WNBA's total silence in response? Either way, the entire WNBA landscape has been shaken to its core.
Riley's point, though, I think it is important. If the inverse had been said by a white person, just imagine the outrage that would be taking place right now. There is just so much hypocrisy in every institution, but particularly the WNBA, who are very fond of virtue signaling. But even when it comes to Brittney's exchange for, like, the Merchant of Death,
Brittney Griner is reportedly in full-blown crisis mode, and this time it's about far more than her racially charged comments toward Caitlin Clark. Medical professionals have come forward with revelations so shocking, they make Griner's controversial remarks seem trivial by comparison.
which is insane, by the way. But had that been just like a straight white girl, my guess is that straight white girl would probably still be rotting.
The continued silence from both Griner and the league office is no longer just questionable. It's raising serious red flags. To understand the gravity of the situation, we need to revisit exactly what unfolded during that now infamous game.
But apparently, Brittney Griner is, in fact, a man. And one of the videos that give us cause to say that is this video. It is from her Instagram stories from years and years ago. It says on here 109 weeks ago, and I believe this was...
Griner elbowed Clark in what can only be described as a deliberate assault, then was caught on camera clearly mouthing "trash effing white girl" as she walked off the court. The footage was crystal clear. The lip reading was confirmed by multiple experts, and the racist intent was undeniable. But here's where the story takes a turn that nobody saw coming.
Screenshotted and posted a year ago. So quite a while. Let's go ahead and watch this, and we'll talk about what we think after.
Swaggy, Brittney, let me see something real quick. Brick, thank you. Get the hell out of here, yo. Jab stepping, it's the brick. Swing and a miss.
Medical professionals who analyzed the footage didn't just focus on Griner's words, they started examining her physical characteristics and behavior patterns. What they found has sent shockwaves through the sports medicine community and raised questions that the WNBA absolutely does not want to answer. These aren't conspiracy theories or wild speculation. These are trained medical professionals pointing out discrepancies that demand investigation.
Inclination is to say that this person is not a female. Firstly, because this was actually posted to Brittney's personal Instagram. And when it comes to Instagram, they use a combination of like AI detection and plus manual surveyors, but specifically the AI detection to make sure that no explicit content ends up on the platform. So clearly whatever AI detection system was used when Brittney posted this and it stayed up for 106 weeks was not like, oh, this is a bare female chest, we have to take this down. It obviously assumed that Brittney was male and therefore being topless on the platform was totally fine. It did not constitute.
The first red flag that caught medical attention was Griner's bone structure and muscle development patterns. Sports medicine doctors who specialize in gender-related athletic performance started analyzing her physical frame, and what they found doesn't match typical female athletic development. Her shoulder width, jaw structure, and overall skeletal frame show characteristics that are extremely rare in biological females, even elite athletes. But the medical analysis didn't stop there. Doctors started examining Griner's voice patterns, movement biomechanics, and even her injury history. The combination of factors they identified has led to a medical consensus that's absolutely devastating for Griner and the WNBA.
Griner, the WNBA's Brittney Griner, is in fact a man. And where a lot of this actually surfaced from, and I mean, you guys could probably say like, yo, isn't it obvious? Like her voice, you know, there's a lot of things that you can kind of look towards. However, this video actually resurfaced. It's an Instagram story from, I believe it says 109 weeks ago. I can't see from here, but over 2 years ago, that this video was recorded and it was recently leaked on Twitter. So Kelly, if we can go ahead and play this video, please, and then we'll have a discussion.
Value, Brittney. Let me see something real quick. Brick, thank you. Get the fuck.
Damn.
Look at the chat.
Multiple independent medical professionals are now questioning whether Griner has undergone proper biological verification for female athletic competition. The panic that Griner is experiencing right now isn't just about facing consequences for her racist comments. It's about the possibility that these medical revelations could expose something much bigger. The doctor's findings suggest that there might be fundamental questions about her eligibility to compete in women's sports that have never been properly addressed or investigated. Here's where it gets really interesting from a medical standpoint. The analysis of that Instagram post showing Griner topless revealed characteristics that multiple doctors found inconsistent with female anatomy. The chest structure, muscle definition, and overall torso development showed patterns that these medical professionals typically associate with male physiology, not female athletes who've undergone any kind of surgical procedures. The Instagram AI detection system's failure to flag the content as female nudity isn't just a technical glitch, it's evidence that automated systems designed to recognize biological characteristics didn't classify Griner as female. These AI systems are trained on thousands of images and are extremely accurate at identifying biological sex characteristics. The fact that the system allowed the content to remain posted suggests it recognized male anatomy. Medical experts are also pointing to Griner's injury patterns and recovery times as additional evidence supporting their concerns. Her ability to absorb contact, recover from physical stress, and maintain muscle mass follows patterns that sports medicine associates with male athletes rather than female competitors. The physical advantages Brittney Griner displays, such as elevated bone density, muscle fiber composition, and overall resilience, go far beyond what training alone can achieve. Sports medicine experts argue these traits represent inherent biological advantages that create an uneven playing field in women's sports. Equally alarming is the psychological assessment. Mental health professionals who reviewed footage of Griner's assault on Caitlin Clark cite behavioral patterns suggesting deep-seated resentment and possibly identity-related internal conflict. The deliberate nature of both the physical aggression and alleged racist verbal abuse raises serious concerns. What's reportedly causing real panic for Griner is the medical community's growing call for comprehensive biological testing. These would include chromosome analysis, hormone profiling, bone density scans, and muscle composition assessments, tests capable of conclusively determining eligibility for women's competition. Despite mounting pressure, the WNBA has remained silent. The league has failed to respond to medical concerns, initiate independent investigations, or provide transparency about Griner's eligibility. This inaction raises serious questions. How was someone with such clear physical advantages cleared for competition? What medical documentation was reviewed, and who verified it? As scrutiny intensifies, medical professionals warn that the league's lack of accountability could undermine the integrity of women's sports entirely. Brittney Griner is reportedly facing panic not only due to public backlash, but also because of the legal implications tied to emerging medical evaluations. If it's confirmed that she has been competing under false biological pretenses, her past achievements, records, and titles could be called into question and potentially invalidated. Financially, this could expose her to lawsuits from athletes who may have lost opportunities due to unfair competition. Sports medicine experts emphasize that Griner's advantages, such as height, reach, bone density, and muscle mass, aren't minor variations. They constitute fundamental biological differences that female athletes cannot match through training alone. These differences become especially concerning in the context of her alleged physical assault on Caitlin Clark. Viewed through a medical lens, this wasn't merely unsportsmanlike behavior. It could be seen as a biological male using superior physical traits to intimidate and harm a female competitor. Mental health professionals are also highlighting the broader psychological toll on female athletes, noting that seeing someone with questionable eligibility abuse the league's top talent sends a chilling message about safety and fairness in women's sports. The growing involvement of the medical community has given legitimacy to concerns once dismissed as fringe or conspiratorial. As pressure mounts, calls are intensifying for the WNBA to adopt clear, enforceable standards for biological eligibility to preserve the integrity of women's competition. Among serious concerns about competitive eligibility in the WNBA, making it increasingly difficult for the league to remain silent. Scientific evidence demands investigation, not deflection. Experts warn that allowing athletes with questionable biological status to compete could set a dangerous precedent, jeopardizing the integrity of all women's sports. The panic surrounding Brittney Griner also involves potential criminal implications. If it's found that she used male biological advantages in a physical assault against Caitlin Clark, the legal ramifications could escalate far beyond standard athletic conduct. Medical experts are urging immediate adoption of standardized biological testing protocols to ensure fairness and protect female athletes across the league. The current system of self-identification and minimal documentation is clearly insufficient for maintaining competitive integrity. Female athletes deserve to know that they're competing against other biological females, not against individuals. With hidden advantages, the medical revelations about Griner also shed new light on her previous comments about crowd noise and fan reactions. Her complaints about increased attention and scrutiny take on new meaning if she's been hiding something that could be exposed by closer examination. The defensive posture and victim mentality make more sense when viewed as attempts to deflect attention from uncomfortable questions. Medical professionals are also analyzing the broader pattern of aggressive behavior that Griner has displayed throughout her career. The consistent use of physical intimidation, the pattern of targeting smaller players, and the apparent enjoyment of causing discomfort to opponents all align with behavioral patterns that sports psychologists associate with individuals who are hiding significant secrets about their identity or eligibility. The panic that Griner is experiencing extends to her support network within the WNBA. Other players, coaches, and league officials who have protected and enabled her behavior are now potentially complicit in a much larger scandal. If the medical evidence proves what many are suspecting, it could implicate numerous people throughout the organization in covering up competitive fraud. The international implications are also significant, given Griner's previous legal troubles in Russia. If medical analysis reveals that she was competing under false pretenses while representing the United States in international competition, it could create diplomatic complications and raise questions about other American athletes' eligibility. Status. Medical experts are pointing out that the evidence they've identified isn't based on speculation or bias. It's based on observable physical characteristics and measurable biological markers. The scientific method prioritizes facts over political correctness or social pressure, facts that challenge both Brittney Griner and the WNBA. Experts warn of the psychological impact on Caitlin Clark, who faces trauma from alleged physical and racial abuse, potentially tied to concealed biological advantages. Sports medicine professionals stress the long-term mental health risks and highlight how this case may set a precedent for verifying athlete eligibility across all women's sports. Brittney Griner faces financial panic due to potential loss of endorsements and lasting reputational damage amid questions about her eligibility. Sponsors are reevaluating their ties as concerns grow about possible unfair advantages. Medical experts stress that their focus is on science and fairness, not prejudice. They warn that allowing athletes with unclear biological status to compete threatens decades of progress in women's sports. If findings confirm competitive advantages, Griner's legacy and records could be permanently tainted. The historical record of women's basketball could be fundamentally altered by these revelations. The medical community's involvement has also legitimized calls for transparency and accountability that the WNBA has been trying to avoid. When respected medical professionals start asking questions, it becomes impossible to dismiss those concerns as bigotry or ignorance. The scientific evidence demands answers, not deflection. The broader implications for competitive integrity in all sports are what make this situation so significant. If the medical analysis confirms what many are suspecting about Griner, it will force every sports organization to reevaluate their testing protocols and verification procedures. The ripple effects could transform how athletic competition is regulated and monitored. The panic that Griner is experiencing right now is just the beginning, as more medical professionals examine the evidence and add their voices to the conversation. The pressure for comprehensive testing and investigation will become impossible to ignore. The truth has a way of coming to light, especially when medical science is involved. The most damaging aspect of these medical revelations isn't just what they suggest about Griner individually, it's what they reveal about the WNBA's willingness to ignore obvious concerns in order to protect certain players. The WNBA is under fire. Mounting medical concerns and questions about eligibility are putting the league's credibility at risk. If proven true, this could become one of the most significant scandals in women's sports history. Fans, doctors, and athletes are demanding transparency and accountability. The silence from league officials only fuels suspicion. Do you think the WNBA should mandate comprehensive testing to ensure fairness and safety? Subscribe for more updates, like if you support full transparency.